Hey, Wemberg World Entertainment, and of course, She-Hulk, the disaster that was the Disney Plus series. Is she or isn't she going to appear in not just Doomsday but Secret Wars? Let's clear the air here. She won't be appearing in Doomsday anyway, that's for sure, and there's a reason for that which we'll get to. But there's speculation now mounting that Tatiana Maslany's future as Jennifer Walters is done. And what I love about this article is this article kind of tries to call out She-Hulk while defending She-Hulk, which is hilarious because all these articles were loving it. But they're all trying to make it out like she is the one who's going to decide what her future is. This is the woman who called out Bob Iger. This is the woman who told fans to cancel their Disney Plus subscriptions. All of this stuff. And yet they still think, oh, she's going to be the one who decides. No, that's not happening. But what's hilarious is they're talking about, well, should they just get rid of the character now because Tatiana Maslany may not be her, or do they just recast? You recast. It's not a big deal. Nobody cares. But let's dive into this article that talks about it. So, which is a bit of a fluff piece as well to try and say how great she is. So brace yourselves for that cringy crap. So, She-Hulk Attorney at Law premiered on Disney Plus to mostly positive reviews in 2022. However, mistakes were made with the series and it faced a level of vitriol that many comic book movie or TV shows with a female lead can unfortunately expect. So yeah, that's why it was shit on, because it was a female lead, not because it was just one of the worst things they had put out. By the way, 2022, holy hell, was it already that long ago? It doesn't seem that long, does it? So, many have since argued that tackling incel culture and perhaps being a little too heavy-handed with the fourth wall breaks, here's looking at you, Kevin, and that's Kevin as in the robot Kevin, not Kevin Feige, overshadowed Jennifer Walters. Delivering the usual photorealistic Hulk visual effects also wasn't possible on a TV budget, something that was evident from some janky scenes featuring the hulked out lawyer. Now straight away you're seeing them saying the fourth wall breaking, the incel stuff was too heavy-handed. They all loved that when the show came out, and trying to say the photorealistic Hulk visual effects wasn't possible, they were the ones that said it was the best Hulk visuals had ever looked. And plus, if you couldn't do it on a TV budget, how come the Hulk himself looked perfect? So, answer me that one. So, it says, even so, Tatiana Maslany's take on the character was well received, was it? And many fans are eager to see her She-Hulk back in action, all of two of them. Rumours of planned cameo roles in Deadpool and Wolverine and Captain America Brave New World came to nothing, and rumours are now swirling about a possible recast. Despite being featured alongside the Hulk and Scar in leaked Avengers Doomsday's concept art, we recently learned that Maslany isn't currently part of the movie's cast. That could change with the scheduled reshoots, but the actress is clearly at odds with Disney. Now, this is the part I was saying that she was never going to appear in this. The reason she's not going to appear, even through reshoots in Doomsday, is a very simple reason, and it's been confirmed from people within Marvel. No one that's only, and I mean only, appeared in a TV series. So, whatever character, Moon Knight, obviously She-Hulk, the Scar himself, all of those characters only appeared on TV shows. None of them will appear in Doomsday. It's only people who were in movies. Doesn't matter whether they were started off in a show and went into a movie. It's if you were solely in the show, you will not be in Doomsday. So she won't be appearing in that. So this continues. She encouraged fans to cancel their Disney Plus subscriptions when Jimmy Kimmel was suspended by the Disney-owned ABC, and later doubled down on that in a series of Instagram posts. That was in relation to Disney being complicit in Israel's genocide against Palestinians. Needless to say, it doesn't seem likely that she'll happily attend the Avengers Doomsday set in a motion capture costume, given who is signing her paychecks. Now, this is where you're starting to see them trying to say it's her decision whether she comes back or not. Like saying, we don't think she'll be happy to come in seeing who's paying her paychecks. It's like, no, she won't be asked back. So, I love this. Wait to hear this statement. Multiple social media scoopers, so not scoopers, social media scoopers, are saying that Maslany is out as She-Hulk, with My Time to Shine resharing comments from last November by writing, Marvel Studios wanted to use She-Hulk in a big way for Avengers Secret Wars. The problem is that Tatiana Maslany has no interest in working for Disney. If they're unable to convince her to return, the options are to remove the character altogether or recast the role. Again, you're seeing how they seem to be thinking it's her choice. She's the one who called out Bob Iger. She's the one who's called out Disney multiple times now. She's the one who told people to cancel their Disney Plus subscriptions. And yet, they think Disney are going to come running to this woman and say, hey, won't you please come back? Ridiculous. So, despite any perceived missteps in her solo series, She-Hulk, by the way, I love that. They're now writing any perceived missteps when they started off the article by saying the show had missteps. She-Hulk is a character with huge potential and one who deserves better than being sidelined like the leader, America Chavez, and the Eternals. Recasting would be the best option then, and Alison Brie remains a fan favourite choice to play the Jaded Gigantus. Ironically, this wouldn't be all that different from what happened with She-Hulk's cousin. Marvel Studios clashed with Edward Norton while making The Incredible Hulk in 2008, so they replaced him with Mark Ruffalo when the time came to shoot The Avengers. Hopefully, She-Hulk's MCU future will become clear as we head into Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, with the latter expected to softly reboot the world created by Marvel Studios. A recast would be pretty easy for future projects. You don't say. They're also leaving out the fact that Eric Bana played, or not, yeah, Eric Bana, that's his name, isn't it? He played the Hulk first, then they recast him with Ed Norton, and then they recast Ed Norton with Mark Ruffalo. So it's not a new thing to recast. You know what I mean? We've seen it happen multiple times, but I just love how the articles are trying to spin it to say it's her choice. So even though she's the one that's called out Disney, done all this crap, had a failure of a TV show, it's her choice whether or not she comes back or not. It's like, no, Bob Iger, the day she went after him during the strikes, that was the end of her She-Hulk. Like, there was no if, buts, ands about that. That was the end of her She-Hulk. And all his excuse has to be is, well, her show was a disaster. It brought us no new subscribers. Nobody watched it. And the people who did ridiculed it. So why would we keep her? That's all they have to do. Simple. But it is funny to see the spin they're trying to put on this thing. But we've known for ages that she's done. As soon as she spoke out about Bob Iger, and especially when she did the cancel your Disney Plus subscriptions, she was done. There was no if, buts, ands. She was done. So what do you guys think? Do you think they're kind of over? Do you think she's the one with the cards in her hand? Or do you think she is actually done? Let me know. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So do like, share, subscribe, hit the hype button, all that good stuff. Cheers. Catch you in the next one.